Unit 3, Lesson 11, Mr. Bowlby's 5th grade English class. Hello, students. Today we're going to get yet another poem that we're going to learn about, and I am so proud of all of you who have done such a great job with all of your poems thus far that I've seen and read and enjoyed. And this book is full. This is a testament to your ability to write poetry. It's amazing. There are so many, there's so much in here that we've covered. And this is Lesson 11, so we're going to cover this real quick. We're going to recognize and articulate how different characters demonstrate different perspectives on a situation. We're going to reflect on how those perspectives influence the structure or content of a poem. We're going to articulate how characters who seem extremely different may actually resemble each other. And we're going to use text evidence and detail to draw inferences from the text meaning, which is all very important things for you to learn about when reading poetry or about reading anything. Textual evidence, drawing conclusions from the actual text, what it says, meanings, comprehensions. Those are the kinds of things you're tested on. Those are the kinds of things that you need to be able to do when reading any source of work, future-wise now. So you ask, when will I use this? You will, because the things that we're learning, the tools that we're learning are things that you need to be able to read and comprehend, make inferences, understanding passages, reading when you're learning, all throughout your career, not just here, but beyond in middle school, college, and beyond. So, a couple words. We're going to read exiled, that means to be sent away from the homeland, and transfixed, which is to be intensely focused. Like, I want you transfixed on my lesson. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and read the poem real quick. It is called Isla by Virgil Suárez. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, I'm sorry. In Los Angeles, I grew up watching the Three Stooges, The Little Rascals, Speed Racer, and the Godzilla movies. Those my mother called Los Monstruos. Though I didn't yet speak English, I understood why such a creature would, upon being woken up from its centuries-long slumber, rise and destroy Tokyo's buildings, cars, people. I understood, by age 12, what it meant to be unwanted, exiled, how you move from one country to another, where nobody wants you, nobody knows you. And I sat in front of the TV, transfixed by the snow fizz on our old black and white. When Godzilla bellows his eardrum-crushing growl, I screamed back this victory holler from one so rejected and cursed to another. When the monster whipped its tail and destroyed, I threw a pillow across my room each time. My mother stormed into the room and asked what I thought I was doing, throwing things at the wall. Es monstruo, ese ala, she'd say. I know I pronounced that wrong. That monster, that island. And I knew she wasn't talking about the movie. She meant her country, mine. That island in the Caribbean we left behind. Itself a reptile-looking mass on each map on my globe. A crocodile-like creature rising again, eating us so completely. Wow. So, obviously, we have the two characters, the mom and the son. And Virgil Suárez, the author himself, was born in Cuba, left with his family when he was a young child, eventually moved to Los Angeles. This poem contains the two phrases in his native language, Los Monstruos, which is monsters, and Es Monstruos as Isla, that monster, that island. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing that so badly, but you got it. It's right here. We have a chart to fill out. Yay! So here, complete the chart below using evidence from the poem to help you fill the spaces. So again, you read the poem, fill out the chart. Let's look at this together. First of all, where is the speaker? He's in Los Angeles, okay? He was on an island in the Caribbean. But, right? Yeah. Okay. The television shows that he watched when he was young, Three Stooges, Little Rascals, Godzilla. Why did the speaker feel isolated in this new country, America? It says that nobody wanted him. He felt rejected. He felt alone. He felt like nobody, he didn't speak English yet. So it's definitely a good poem for those of us, those who struggle with getting the new language around you. People don't seem to understand what you're saying, and obviously that can be difficult, which is why we need to be more appreciative. And I think everyone should be able to try to speak more than one language anyway, because it's good to be able to reach new people and to get to know people, especially from other places that don't necessarily know English. It's important to have that understanding so you can get to know new people. So now the Godzilla movies we're not going to talk about too much because that would get crazy. I personally like them all. I like Godzilla in general. I like dinosaurs and monsters, lizards, giant lizards are all good. Crushing cities, so we're good. Some of them could have been done better, but anyway, we're going to get back into this now. So the speaker of the poem expresses his emotion. How do we know he's expressing his emotion? He's throwing pillows against the wall, just like Godzilla's throwing buildings and cars and crushing everything. The monster, that the author, the poet is feeling like he's alone in the world and he's isolated, so he feels like Godzilla. But his mom comes in and says, no, the island we left was Godzilla. That was the monster. So we fill out this chart. Wonderful chart here. It says situation the character is in, how the character feels about the situation, and the character's actions. You have the characters, Godzilla, and the speaker. So, Godzilla. What situation is Godzilla in? He's woken up after centuries of sleep. And he feels rejected and cursed. And he destroys buildings, cars, people, growls, bellows, whips his tail around, and does as much damage as possible. The speaker, he's moved to another country. He feels unwanted. He feels exiled. He feels rejected. He feels cursed. Those are the things you write down under how the character feels about the situation. So, the situation the character is in. Godzilla, woken up after centuries of sleep. Speaker, moved to a new country. Second column, how the character feels about the situation. Okay? Right here. Rejected and cursed. How the speaker feels. Unwanted. Exiled. Does not feel, accepted at all. Character's actions. Godzilla destroys everything in his path. The speaker, throwing pillows and screaming. Because he's a kid, it's 12. So then you answer the questions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 about the poem itself. So how Godzilla's, number 2, how does Godzilla's circumstances resemble the speaker's circumstances? Feeling unwanted, feeling different. Use text evidence from the poem to help you answer that. Number 2, 2 of the other programs the speaker watches have characters who are young boys like him. Oh, Three Stooges does not have young boys. Little Rascals and Speed Racer, that'll work. So why would the speaker identify more with the character Godzilla than the characters who are more like him? So because he feels like he's in a different place. So he's not around kids that are getting to know him or trying hard. He's in a new place, in a new land. Not everybody speaks his native language, so there's that different reaction. Number 4, how does the speaker's mother react to his actions? She storms into the room and asks why he's throwing pillows against the wall, which, pillows are probably not the worst thing to throw against the wall, but you shouldn't do that. Number 5, the mother references the monster too, but it's not Godzilla. She's referring to a different monster. Which monster is she referring to? You look back at the poem and you see what she calls the monster. Her homeland, right? Number 6, the boy says his mother sees their home country as a crocodile-like creature rising again, eating us completely. Of course, the home country does not literally eat the boy and his mother, so we know she's speaking figuratively. Figurative language, right? How might the mother believe their home country is like a monster? And I'll let you answer that. How might she feel like the home country is a monster? Number 7, what is different about how the mother sees the situation and how the speaker sees it? Because they're two characters looking at the situation completely different. Okay. And then, page 125, 126, and 127, are you writing your own poem? Again, great poem so far. I have seen so much amazing work. You guys are doing a great job with the poetry unit. So, this will help you, as it says, respond to prompts below to help you plan your next poem. remember that this poem will show you how two different characters react to the same thing. So number 1, name the situation or object your characters will react to in this poem. Examples. How about a messy room? How you as a student sees how you as a kid, as a child sees your messy room versus how your parents see your messy room. Okay. Another one, homework. How teachers see your homework versus how you see your homework. Because you're going to see that in 2 different ways, right? Teachers see your homework versus you doing homework. A favorite song, favorite book, favorite movie, how your students see, how you see it, how your siblings see it versus you, how you see it versus somebody else that you know. Because you're going to have different perspectives on everything in life, okay? So you name 2 characters who will be reacting, then you describe the first character's reaction. This is helping you to write your poem. This is helping you brainstorm to get to that point, step by step, breaking it down on what you need to do in order to get to there. Because everything has steps. Everything takes steps to get to. Number 4, what details about character 1 help shape his or her reaction? For example, in the poem, the mother loves her son, and she does not view him as a monster. She doesn't view him as Godzilla. Number 5, what details about character 2 help shape his or her reaction? For example, in the poem, the child feels left out and isolated, so he feels like a monster, right? And after that, go ahead and you add more detail, whatever you need, and then on that page, 11.3, you write your new poem. Simple as that. So what we talked about today in lesson 11 is recognizing and articulating how different characters demonstrate different perspectives on a situation, reflect on those perspectives, and how they influence the structure and content of the poem, articulate how characters who are extremely different may resemble each other, and using the textual evidence to draw inferences on the textual meaning. Thank you, and on to the next lesson.